Shalom, shalom, folks. It's Brother Tyndall coming in once again to do a read-along update video for you. First and foremost, I'd like to thank and welcome all the new subscribers. We've had a couple since the last time I've done an update video, and I'd like to say thank you to all of them. And welcome to Something to Chew On, where we have no hanging chads, and your vote actually counts. Okay, with that said, I'll be brief tonight. I'll be extremely brief. First off, for those who don't quite understand read-along voting results. If you look at my channel and you look at the playlist, you'll see a bunch of playlists for individual books of the Bible. Basically what it is I have put the audio of the Scripture Version 2009 onto the text, large print, of it scrolling up the screen, so that you can hear the text, or hear the audio, see the text, and you can read along with it. If you look at the description of this video, you'll see a bunch of links. The first one will take you to the page of the YouTube channel where all the read-along playlists are. The rest of them is the individual links to take you to all the individual read-along playlists for whatever book of the Bible that I've done so far. I looked the other day and I was up to, I think, 22 books. Eventually we're going to do all of them. And these update videos, basically it's me telling the progress of what I've done, and I allow the public, you as a subscriber, to be part of this process and vote on which book I do next. Okay, now with all that said, I'll throw this in there too. I got a surprise tonight, so don't let me forget about that. But I've had some people ask me, and I've had a few people suggest, and it'll be in the description. If you look at the description, click the see more, and it pops down, and you scroll all the way down to the end, you'll see. Okay, and I'll make this brief, like I said. Some of you know, some of you may not know, but the program I'm using that has the text, it's called eSword. It's basically a free, downloadable Bible study program. That's what that links to. Click on it, it'll take you to their homepage, and you can find the link that would apply to, PC, Mac, and I think you can get it as an app on a mobile device. Not sure. Explore the link. It's there. But I'll briefly explain this program. It's free. It's downloadable. And one of the things I like about it is that once you download it into your hard drive, you do not need an internet connection. Makes sense? But you download the basic program, and then they have a web page that you can go to where you download what they call modules. And that would be different translations of the Bible, different commentaries, different Bible dictionaries, and that kind of thing. And all of it's interlinked together. And it's for being free, it's an excellent program. If you've heard of it, never used it, check it out. If you've never heard of it, go check it out. It's a very useful program. Okay. But with that said, the other thing, the audio that I'm using for these, obviously it's not me, because it's a South African man. It's the man who does it has a South African accent. Obviously it's not me. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, in the United States. Quite a different accent. But the link for that ministry that did that, I put that in the description below, and you can go to their webpage and you can listen to it and or download it there, and you can check out their other various resources. Okay, now with all that said, let's get to the update itself. Let's see. Since the last video, I believe the last vote was between Daniel and Jeremiah. But either way, I've got the entire playlist for Daniel uploaded and online. Also, the Lamentations. I did it, being that it was a shorter book. I did it and uploaded it The full playlist is online. Links in the description. All the links for any of these videos are in the description below. Okay, last time the vote was between 1 Samuel and Jeremiah. And now this one was close, but 1 Samuel won. And I've already made the videos. The videos are made. I have not uploaded them to YouTube yet. That will get done sometime in the next day or two. Okay, that's that. The vote for this time, like I said, I always call for a new vote. The vote for this time is going to be between Jeremiah and 1 Chronicles. Okay, that's the vote this time. Jeremiah and 1 Chronicles. So, vote in the comment section below this video which one you would like me to make next. Now tally the votes, and next Friday, I say next Friday, I may do an update video before then, but as of right now, I'm going to try to do one every Friday. That way I'm not so crammed for time. Yeah, but either way, it doesn't matter. Like, share, subscribe, and click that bell icon, and you'll get notified when I do make a new update video. But the vote on the table for this time is between Jeremiah and 1 Chronicles. Like I say, vote in the comment section below, and I'll tally the votes, and I'll get that one made. Okay, here's the surprise. I've had a buddy of mine. He has been asking me personally to make the Gospel of Luke, because I have the other 3 Gospels. I just haven't done Luke yet. And he's been throwing that out there, dropping hints, so to speak, or whatever. Well, what I did is I went ahead and made them. So all the videos for Luke are made, but I haven't uploaded them yet. So, like I say, in the next 2, 3, 4 days before next Friday, that's why I'm saying I'm going to probably make the next video Friday, so I'm not so, time crunch, so to speak. But I'll upload the videos for 1 Samuel first, because that's the one that won the vote. And I'll get those uploaded, and after I do, then I'll begin the uploads on the Gospel of Luke videos. Okay? Okay, now, with all that said, I'm going to throw something out there. Word of encouragement, teaching, however you want to label this, that's fine. But I just want to read 2 scriptures. Like I said, I'm going to be very brief with this tonight. And I just point out something that I found interesting once I discovered this. Okay? But if we go to Romans chapter 6, I'll read 2 verses. And I just want to point out something, like I said, that I thought was interesting when I discovered it. Some of you may know this. Some of you may not. This may be a wow factor moment. Don't know. But let's read this. I'm going to read this out of the Scripture Version 2009. The same version of the Bible that these videos are in. Okay, Romans chapter 6 and verse 12. Scripture Version 2009. It says this. Therefore, do not let sin reign in your mortal body, to obey it in its desires. Verse 13. Neither present your members as instruments of unrighteousness to sin, but present yourselves to Elohim as being alive from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness to Elohim. Okay, we read all that. Now it's kind of a word study. One thing I want to point out. That word instruments. It's here. I read the same two verses in the King James. Excuse me, just so we see this. Okay, Romans 6:12 from the King James. It says, "Let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body, that you should obey it in the lust thereof." Verse 13, "Neither yield ye your members as instruments of unrighteousness unto sin, but yield yourselves unto God as those that are alive from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness unto God." Okay? The word instruments there. That's what we're going to deal with. If we go in the Strong's Concordance, I've already got this pulled up. Yeah, here we go. It's Strong's number G3696. Okay? And that's the Greek word hoplon. And it's defined by Strong's as such, probably from the primary word hepo. This is an implement or utensil or tool, literally or figuratively, especially offensive for war. Armor, instrument, weapon. Right? Okay. Now, with that said, let's just think about this for a second. An instrument, like it says, implement, utensil, or tool. A fork or a spoon. Those are both implements, utensils, and tools. A hammer, utensil, tool, implement, right? But you notice it says offensive for war, armor, instrument, weapon. A weapon is also an implement, utensil, or tool. But when I say, for example, if you read that text and it said, "Neither yield your members as forks of unrighteousness," you're like, that sounds stupid. But a fork is an instrument. But that word has a specific connotation as an offensive weapon of war. Now, at the time when this was written, and even today in some places, what is an offensive weapon of war? A sword. So in a sense, you could read this, "Neither yield your members as swords of unrighteousness." And in the end of the verse, it says, "But yield yourselves unto Elohim as those that are alive from the dead, and your members as swords of righteousness unto Elohim." You see how instrument is just a general term, but when you understand what the Greek word behind it means, you get a deeper, fuller understanding because of the connotation of the word has. Offensive weapon of war. A fork, a spoon, a hammer, these are all instruments, but they're not necessarily an offensive weapon of war as a sword is. Do you see how looking the words up in the Strong's Concordance, defining the words, most often gives you a better understanding of what the text is actually saying? Makes sense. That's the reason we define words. We look them up because we gain, like I say, most often we gain a better understanding of the text itself when we don't apply our definitions to the words, but we look the words up and let it define itself. Makes sense? Now, with that said, here's my encouragement. Think about this. It says we're to present our members as instruments, as swords of righteousness. Okay, now with that said, think about this. Here's the overarching premise. Do we not learn in Hebrews 4:12 it says, "The word of Elohim is sharper than any two-edged sword," living and active, right? Okay, so The word is a sword. Do we not also learn that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God? And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. Yeshua is the Word. The Word is a sword. We are called to be like Yeshua, but here it says we're to present ourselves as swords of righteousness. Just ponder on that. The Master is our example, and we are to be like him. Swords. Does it not say that when he returns, the sword will come forth from his mouth? That's referring to the Word. But we are to be transformed into his image. What's it say in John 17:17? Sanctify them with your word. Your word is truth. We're supposed to allow the word to change us. Be renewed. Become that sword in the hand of our Master for the furtherance of his kingdom. Just something to ponder on. But with that, again, I'll say the vote this time is between Jeremiah and 1 Chronicles. And I'll end this video like I end every video. Don't just read this thing, but chew on it. Shalom, shalom, folks, and Shabbat shalom to all those who celebrate the seventh day.